What is up then, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. What do you think? New look. It's freezing cold outside and it's a bit wet, so I don't really want to be lying on the floor for too long. So today, fingers crossed, should be sorting out the last little things with the Mini Cooper. But before we get started on that, in the last video when I was saying all of the things that went wrong and the prices of everything, I did put a little thing in there, a little clip if you stayed in that long, for a raffle for the 5-hole spark plug cover. And there's a few of you guys that have entered it. So today I'm going to choose the winner. I'm going to do a runners up as well, just give you a bit of a jet tag and some sweets and stuff, because obviously thank you guys for joining anyway. So yeah, let's get you guys sorted so you can see who the winner is. So there you can see, got a table, all of your guys' names in it right there. Some of you put your names in about 5 times, which I would like to just do that, but yeah, I don't think everyone else would be happy about that. So let me just put you guys down, and the winner is... Come on, there we go. Mr. Grant, you have won the competition. I don't know if you own a Ford Fiesta, but you've got a spark plug cover coming your way. And let me just do a runners up. So I've just removed Grant from there so you guys can have a blast as well. And the runner up is... Mikey Trezeyes. I don't know if I've probably butchered that, but alright, so Mr. Mikey, Mr. Grant, I'll be in touch soon to get your stuff off on the way to you guys very soon. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But anyway, on to the topic of today's video. Alright, so we're currently in the Mini Cooper, and the thing that I'm actually suffering from is called the Trifecta. So let me start the car up. And as you can see, obviously the handbrake's on because the handbrake's up. But as you can see, the sports thingy on, the traction control's on, the TPMS is on, and so is the ABS. And apparently this is what's known as the Trifecta. So the solution to this is that there isn't just one solution. Unfortunately, I don't own a ABS diagnostic reader or anything like that. It's quite expensive equipment. I do have a little USB one which I've plugged and tried, not worked. So it's just giving me other faults, which another thing to worry about another day. But there are a few things which I have been told, and it is quite a common problem in the Mini Cooper S's. So I've just got those parts and hopefully going to sort it out. So firstly, as you can see, here we have 1, 2, 3, and I've left one in the house. These are the ABS speed sensors for the wheels. And I've heard that these are a common thing that go in the Mini Coopers. As I said, if I had one of the readers, the diagnostic readers, I would be able to tell which wheel it was coming from. But for the price you're paying for the sensors, don't go to Hero Car Parts, get them off eBay. I have asked some of the OGs in the Mini community, and they have said that the eBay ones are fine. So I'm going to use these ones, about £15 per sensor, and it is like a peace of mind just to know that once it's done, it is done. So hopefully you won't fix the one and then next month the other one's going to bugger off and break down as well. And they also come with a 2-year warranty, just to give you that little bit of peace of mind. And as I said in the garage, I am waiting for some more parts to come. I am waiting for a rear bearing for the passenger side, and hopefully that should resolve quite a lot of the issue. And another thing that I'm going to do, which I think I'm going to do, is bypass the what do you call it, this one here, that light, the brake-wear sensors. So the brake-wear sensors, I've not had them in the car since I owned the car, and then he installed them, and the light's still on. So I don't know if it's the brake pads they can't read, or they're not really compatible with the Brembo RS250 calipers. So I'm just going to try and bypass them, merge them both together, and hopefully get rid of that issue, just to get rid of the light on the dash, because I really don't like having lights on my dashboard. So less talking, let's get cracking on, and hopefully let's make the car drivable today. So the first rule of doing anything electrical with your car is disconnecting the battery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the window unlocked as well, just in case anything happens, just so I've got access to the car, and that should mean that I can close the boot. So let me get this disconnected, and then we'll jack up the car. So to remove the front ABS speed sensor, you can just see that little screw there. Recommend dousing that in some WD-40 to get it loosened, and then you follow the wiring all the way down there underneath you have to undo this bit of fender lining here, and then you just plug it off from behind that. So I'll do this in a bit of a time lapse. Alright then, so first sensor we've got access to, just taking the fender lining off, and I'm looking at this, and this does not look as it is meant to be. So I don't know if it's a problem with the actual harness, which I'm going to try and look into a bit more. But yeah, this isn't looking very good, and I'm guessing just from this very first one that this is probably where most of the issues are coming from. But yeah, not good. Let's get the new sensor on there and get it swapped over. Right then guys, so we interrupt this video to say that the Aston Martin overalls have not worked their magic. Slightly embarrassing, but we're on our way to Gas Brothers garage because this car, the sensor was literally pretty much out, a little bit more was to go, and then it kind of like snapped off inside of the hub. And then when I tried to get the hub off, because of the Brembo brakes, the bolt on it is so large, and I don't have like the actual impact tool for it. I've ended up trying to use like a budget eBay, what you call it, like a massive, it's like a massive Allen key, I don't know what you'd call it, like a hex. Yeah, I've tried to use like an eBay version, one of those, and as you can probably imagine, snap. So yeah, we're kind of left with no tools and no other options. Everything's just been tightened back up, and we're driving all the way to Brierley Hill in limp mode, might I say, as well. So it's all part of the journey, but we have got the AA, so I'm not shitting myself too much. But yeah, I'm guessing this is what comes, and this is Mini Cooper life, and I feel your pain. Like I said in one of the last videos, my mate Elliot says get a Mini Cooper and sell it because they are a pain in the arse and they are expensive to run. Which, if you're following my experience with this car, I can vouchfully say that he was right. Like, this is I'm used to it now. Like, at the start I was proper anxious and stressing, but I'm guessing like this is all now just part of it. Like, I've got AA now, and I've got the AA parts and repairs, so anything does break down, the AA is paying for like £400 of it. So it is what it is. Just got to carry on with the day now. Quite happy I've got 3 days off because I think the car's going to be in the garage overnight again, and whilst I'm there I think I'm just going to get him to put the rear bearings on and the new exhaust mounts as well. So yeah, happy days, happy nice little half-an-hour drive in limp mode. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when we're there and what happens. Alright then guys, so it's been about 3 days now. The car's been in the garage. Your man Sean has absolutely looked after me. He even come to get the car and he dropped it back for me, did the work. Absolutely spot on top, guys. So if you need any cheap labour doing, hit him up, because he's trying to start his own business, but obviously he needs to get that money started first. So yeah, so what we originally found was that the rear bearing before had gone. It hadn't actually gone. He put the rear disc under his gate, and what we saw was that the disc was deformed. Sorry, it's a bit windy, I'll go get the car. So what we actually found was that the rear disc was deformed. So when it was going around, some of the disc was hitting the pad before the rest of it, and when you're speeding up, it gets louder and louder and quicker and quicker. That's what we thought was the bearing. So luckily, checked the discs, put new discs on, 2 new pads in the rear, and finally, I was putting the rear disc on, took my rear wheel off. Have a look what I found. So we've got 2 days now, almost 2.5 days. Actually, we leave on the Wednesday, so it needs to be done in 2 days. So we've got 2 days to go get an alignment / tracking, and we also need to get another Toyo proxy because I don't really, as it will probably be repaired, I'm going to see what the guys say tomorrow at the tyre shop, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just be safe than sorry. But yeah, there's a screw in my tyre. Happy days, one thing after another. Should have named this build the Money Pit Mini, but it is. Car's driving, like I said, took for country roads, and it's absolutely spot on. So I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with it. I've been watching my last couple of videos, and I'm just looking at him, like nodding my head like, Mark, how are you such a miserable bastard? But on top of everything that's going on in the world and with my family and death and shit like that, it is just like another thing that's adding on top, which hopefully that pile is starting to get smaller and smaller now, so it is a lot more bearable. But I was like in the middle of like a bit of a meltdown, should I just say. But I am happy with the car now. But yeah, don't really think I'm going to be keeping it in the long run. I am looking for something new. But yeah, if you guys want a Mini Cooper, hit me up. You can see how much money's gone into it and what new parts have gone. Like I said, I reckon I'm going to finish this build, and by the time that it's like absolutely perfect, nothing to worry about, will be like the day that I've sold it and I've not like got to enjoy any of those spoils. So it is what it is. It was a £5 car. It's now a £2,005 car. But yeah, you win a raffle, you win some and you lose some. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. No more moaning. I will be getting this car ready for track soon, so probably be swapping the seats out might be making a rear strut brace, I don't know. Something for a fire extinguisher, but that's pretty much the next video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for some track footage if we make it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.